up from your snooze. Come get with the crew. You know who it is, what it is, what we do. It's the crew, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the crew. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's the crew, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the crew. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Stop the snooze, join the crew. We got news, we got tunes. We gon' hit you with the truth. We ain't like them other dudes. All the glory to Jesus, cause of him we making moves. Oh yeah, we done found our groove. You can come get with it too. It's the crew.
Yo, what's poppin', Crew Nation? You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, man. It is your boy Jay.
And this is Chris.
Hey, and today in the building, we have Indie Tribe, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them a hand. Indie Tribe is in the building. How y'all doing, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Doing good, man.
Fire, yo, fire.
Hey, that's dope. Now looking at this obviously looks a little different than what it looked like. Tell us what this is right now, because our dynamic is different, right? You know what? No, before we go there, DJ Mykael and John Keith, I got a bone to pick with y'all, right?
Oh, I already know where this is going, bro.
I already know where it's going. Let's go.
I gotta pick, because we was all sitting in that clubhouse room, and y'all was sitting there, hey, who would be a good fit for Indie Tribe, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't think it'll be anybody, because, you know, they need to rebrand, right? They need to rebrand. I just don't think it'll be a good fit. And y'all said, well, what about John Keith? I think John Keith would be a good fit. And I'm like, nah, he wouldn't fit. So my bone is that, bro, I thought we was good. Y'all didn't have to do me like that. Talk to me.
Hey, man.
First of all,
man, that joke was hilarious. That was very funny. We were texting each other while we were doing that. Literally, we were talking. We were like, yo, what? Like, nah, like, we was in the group chat like, yo, like, they don't even know what's going on. And I kept on asking you questions like, yo, so what do you think they could do better? Like, just trying to get a general consensus. And I'm like, oh, where's how you feel? Dang, bro, okay. Well, what do you think? And that we was just literally cracking up in the group chats, just trying to hide it and stuff like that.
The funny thing is this, I don't know if you remember correctly, every time someone brought up John Keith, I would say, hey, y'all, stop disrespecting Village. You feel me? We live from the Village over here. Stop disrespecting me. That's all I said every single time. Because, you know what I'm saying, regardless, y'all gonna put some respect on some names. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we was texting. That was hilarious. That was extremely fun.
Yeah, that was funny,
that was
bro.
ridiculous. And that is what I want to ask you, John. So the Village Boys, so what are we talking about? Is that still what you moving on in? Because I know you just released the hoodies, or is that kind of taking a backseat? What are we talking about, bro?
Nah, so, you know what I'm saying? Village is alive and well. You know what I'm saying? We're moving quick. But, you know what I'm saying? It's a very different thing. You know what I'm saying? This is much more of a, it's a group. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective. Village is just a gang. You know what I'm saying? We just beat people up and take stuff. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all we do. You know what I'm saying? But
Indie Tribe is a boy band.
Well, that's what's up, bro.
Man, beat people up and take stuff. John, are you familiar with our comment section?
Yeah, very much so.
So you watch our content. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna record that. That's gonna be a commercial. That's definitely gonna be a commercial. Yo, so look. So, like I said, we got all of y'all together. Mosley, how are you handling, this new addition, right? These new bands of brothers? Is this something that you guys always, kind of talked about? If it could be in the future, how are you rocking with this?
Well, so for Mykael, it was very easy because I've actually known Mykael longer than I've known Dill. We go back like ridiculously far. And when it was officially just me and Dill, we started having a lot of those conversations about just like, what do we want to do? Either that was a point we had to make a decision. It's like, well, we could just rock the two of us. We could, kind of just let Indie Tribe kind of fizzle out and continue to do our solo things. Or we could use our situation and use everything that we had learned over the last several years to use everything we had to transfer into something bigger and transfer into something that's just fixes a lot of the issues that had been with us before. So I didn't know John as well. We had only met a couple times beforehand, but immediately we just started talking, and it was cool when we were filling it out. We got to hang a couple times, and it just felt really comfortable.
I just want to say that I was around for the beginning of the inception of Indie Tribe, and I was never let in until recently. That's all I want to say. Just want to throw it out there. I just want to throw it out there, bro. I was on the inception. I was I was loyal to the soil and didn't get put on until now. But it's all good. It's all good, yo. The Lord forgives. I don't.
Live with us in the present, brother. Join us.
I know you heard that. I don't at the end. Like you said,
right? Yeah,
I don't. I know you said that.
I want to know what was going through your head when everybody in CHH was talking about the death of Indie Tribe, right? Because we had different ones talking about that they were leaving Indie Tribe. What was going through No Big Deal's head when people started discussing, Indie Tribe being like a lot of these other factions that kind of fizzled out?
Yeah, I think the difference with Indie Tribe is it can't die because Indie Tribe is mostly the community. It's the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we call our supporters is the tribe. So it's like unless we actively, like when me and Mowgli had that conversation, like unless we actively just kill it and neglect it, it's gonna keep going. Like if you look at our comment sections, if you look at like just YouTube videos of fans and stuff, like the core, they weren't giving it up. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was entertaining to see like people talking about, oh, this was like, this is like this group that fizzled out or whatever. Cause I'm like, that's better. That like, we want to be the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see that. I want to see people talking negatively, and I want to be underestimated, cause that's when you can really make an impact.
Facts. 100% fact.
So as it pertains to the new Indie Tribe, and I guess we can leave this to Mowgli, the Iceberg, or Deal. We can leave this to one of you to answer. As it pertains to the new Indie Tribe, who was approached first? When we talk about, the conversation on Clubhouse, that's giving me like months back vibes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's when, me and Jay were heavy on Clubhouse. So who was approached first? How did this come to be?
Bro, so all right.
Bro, please tell the story. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, so back to what Mykael was saying about him being around from the beginning. This is very true. I would never take that away from him. This is very true. We're talking about like, if there's a day one, he's like day 0.5. You know what I'm saying? He's like 12 p.m. day one. You know what I'm saying?
He was the fanboy. I get it.
No, that's
whoa.
what I was saying. No. But on a real note though, like actually the opposite. Like I'm saying, like this man was on the very first tours. Like he's always been there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was my touring DJ. Like all that. The thing was, at the time he wasn't like a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Like he was DJ front. So it was like, I don't know if it makes sense to like put you in this artist collective or whatever. He disagreed heavily, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, I don't know if it makes sense. So so he really has been there. So like he all along, like when everything, as you guys said, when everything imploded, you know what I'm saying? Mykael was there before, and Mykael is obviously here after. He was in there. So we were talking like we always talk. So this man over the years has been suggesting people like
and not only suggesting people, suggesting himself. Like and if he didn't get a response from Dill, he texts me, he'd be like, hey yo, tell Dill to put me in Indie Tribe.
That's where you gotta hop in that comment section, be like, hey, big head.
Yeah.
This man be like, yo, you should put this person in there, and also me. Also, oh, yo, check out this new artist, and also me. Like, put me in too. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole time. But so really, and Mykael, you can jump in on the story, but you guys were asking, like, how did it, like, who was first? It was legitimately, like, at the same time, because it was a deal, like, quote unquote, a deal broker by Mykael. This man was like, I got the vision for the new joint.
So, that joint was funny, bro. I was like LeBron for the Lakers, bro. Cause the thing is all that joint happened and whatever. And I'm like, bro, we got to get John Keefe. And Dill, for the first time ever, when I said, bro, put me in it, and he was like, man, yeah, you know, I think I might. For the first time ever, but it's serious. He was like, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna put you on, bro. I think I'm gonna put you in the tribe. And then I was like, all right, boom. How about this? And I was like, John Keefe. And he was like, nah. He was like, He was like, I don't even think John would do it.
That's what I said. I said, I don't think.
He was, I don't even think John would do it, fam. And I'm like, bet, watch this. Text John. I'm like, John, what do you think about joining the indie tribe?
Wait. No. That's not what you did. This man FaceTimes me. And I'm at the house. He FaceTimes me. He's like, hey, bro. Like, what's up? He's like, bro, you want to join indie tribe? I was like, I said, nigga, you ain't in indie tribe. How you handing out tickets? And he was like, that's not what he said, answer the question. Do you want to join indie tribe? I was like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm like, look, we live from the village over here. What are you talking about? He was like, bro, join indie tribe. And I was like, no. that was where our conversation ended.
Well, also there was the whole timing thing with John and King's Dream as well. Because when we formally, so a little bit of background on the RG and Jerry situation too, is that, you know, we had conversations with ourselves and we kind of knew like that was happening before everybody else did, obviously. And then it was in typical RG fashion, he just woke up and chose violence on Twitter one day. and just like, I ain't an indie tribe no more. And then Jerry follows, you know, right afterwards. So then it was like everybody knows. And that was a situation when it was like, oh, okay, like now cat's out of the bag. But that was a timeline that, you know, John was finishing up everything with King's Dream. And it's actually crazy because the way the timeline worked was just like,
it lined up perfectly, literally.
Yeah, because I mean, like, truthfully, I don't know if it would have been 6 months before or after, John might have been in a place in his life where it might not have made sense to make that decision.
Yeah, man. So, hey, let's stay on that. Y'all open up the door, so I'll just walk through it. So, you know, you said that What Up RG woke up the next morning and chose violence, you know, and then Jerry shortly after that winded up saying what he said. But you let No Big Deal get on your record, right? And y'all, you know, different things was being said. He didn't try 400 miles. Bravo to him, because he let God work on his heart. I'm happy for that. Was there ever a conversation when Dill was like, yo, I'm gonna say this, or did you hear the verse that he sent and was like, yo, you think this is gonna be okay? Talk about that conversation.
The first verse was much worse.
Ooh.
That was me. That I self-edit more than anybody edits me. That
to the frustration of his collaborators.
Because like
Absolutely.
I have like a huge conscience. So like most likely I'm gonna edit myself before. Mowgli was fine with the first version. I wasn't fine with the first version. So I rewrote it. That verse, for the record, is written so that it can apply to either one of us. It can apply as RG talking to me or me talking to RG both ways. Like literally I wrote it so like every single line is like a double thing.
Every line that could have been a critique of like RG could also have been a critique of you.
Yeah. Which is why it ends the way it does. But anyway, so yeah, but so one thing I want like that people probably don't understand or know is like these are all real relationships. And there's this like really interesting thing with me and RG where we can like talk very candidly and openly about stuff like distance. Like, and sometimes it happens before it's even out. You know what I mean? Like, it probably would seem weird to people because they're probably like consuming the songs or whatever as like, dang, they're like beefing and they're like, they don't talk and everything. But sometimes we talk about stuff like that before, but we're just like, we just have very artistic minds, and like it's part of like the healing process. It's part of the expressive process, especially for Raul. Like I feel like sometimes, and I feel like this for me too, it's easier to fully express how we feel through lyrics than like through talking, especially for him. Like he's like a lot of times he's much more eloquent like throughout the song. Because you heard like his verse that he did on Paris's, and the thing is, he had never said that to us. Like we could, you know what I'm saying? Like
writing is kind of like thinking out loud for us, but like through a medium.
So when I listen to that, I'm like, okay, I understand what he's feeling much more than in conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it was almost like I just remember this as I was talking. I'm a verbal processor, but me and Mowgli couldn't really get like a conversation with him at the time because there's like periods where you can and when you can't. And distance, we literally were like, if we put this out, then the conversation will be had. Like that's because I was like, I don't know if we should put this out. I don't know if I'm gonna just take my verse off of it, whatever. And Mowgli like convinced me like this will be good. And we talked about it, like, we'll probably have the conversation, and then we put it out, and that led to like very long conversations and like part of the healing process. You know what I'm saying? So
what is the plan to make sure that this new indie tribe doesn't end up or turn out the way that the last situation ended up and turned out to be? So far as splitting up, what is the vision for you guys as a whole?
So the reason the last one broke up, for the record, because it might not be clear from how we've talked, was just like creative differences and different vision for like careers. There wasn't like, it's not like it was nothing like super offensive.
Also just expectations about what Indie Tribe should have been, what it was going to be, and what it wasn't. You know, so and you know, like everything, you know, we're not going to say anything on here that we wouldn't say to anybody else's face. Right. But one of the things with Jerry, for instance, was like and part of this is just, you know, we've learned so much. Like, bro, we are in such a different place with our experiences as artists in the industry and everything now than in 2015, right? But like, so Jerry had more of a vision of it as being like a label situation, you know, and that because we didn't properly like communicate some of those expectations and visions about what Indie Tribe was and wasn't, then that just it didn't make sense for him. It wasn't like a good fit.
To your question, I think Chris asked it. Yeah, so it was like Mowgli said, it was different difference in expectations, creative differences, different vision for the future, which is all good. And so this new roster is like, I think one of the most important things is we have known each other for years, like 5 and 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met John when we meet 2017. You came to the joint, yeah.
Yeah.
And Mykael since literally, the beginning. So like, we've been friends.
Yeah, we met John on the original Tribe tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it in a vlog in case y'all, you know what I'm saying?
It's foreshadowing,
First vlog
man.
I ever made.
Facts. But so I'm saying we have been like moving together, like making music together, like doing life together, like knowing each other, like being fond of how each other are moving in a solo fashion for a long time. The disadvantage that the first roster of Indie Tribe had is we clicked up when we like within months of us like starting essentially. That's just a disadvantage that like that's nobody's fault. Me and Jerry, we dropped our mixtapes on Rapzilla in the same month, January 2016 or 2015, one of those. And it was both of them, The Elevator and Smoke Signal was top 5 on that joint and for the most downloaded. And that's how we connected. We like talked through the internet for a few months and then immediately clicked up. I met Mowgli on that same Winter Jam that you were talking about. And
okay.
Yeah, I met him there. He already had like a solo career at the college we went to at MTSU. So like I had heard of him, but I didn't meet him on campus all that time. We met there, but we didn't have like the relationship that we have now. So we literally just had a disadvantage. We like met, we were excited about being like artists. We liked each other's music and we just immediately clicked up. I did try to set like expectations of what Indie Tribe was and what it wasn't. But I mean, we were young, we had just started. As time went on, what people desired from Indie Tribe and for their solo careers changed as they grew as artists, which makes perfect sense. And that culminated into, okay, I think we need to go a different way. These guys, on the other hand, from that same time period, they've been around, you know what I'm saying? And they know how it functions. We set expectations very clearly this time. So now we're at a big advantage because they've been able to see it and grow with us, and they're like, yeah, I can make an informed decision about this as opposed to, yeah, let's just do it. It's like a very informed decision. Like everybody's vision is very mapped out. Everybody's a much more mature artist than we were when we did the first one. And everybody knows themselves better than when we did the first one. So it's just a completely different situation,
Well,
me and Dill talked about this for like a month. It was like conversation for like a month before I actually, he was saying he put the offer out, and I was like, man, I don't know, because I'm saying different, saying I don't know, like I'm trying to figure out where exactly I'm trying to go right now. And we talked about it. We saw each other in person multiple times before we actually made the decision. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a long process before, you know what I'm saying, I had to hit him with the horse emojis, and then,
Was there anything in your mind that was like, because, you brought this up, you were at King's Dreams. Was there any part in your mind that was like, man, I don't know if this type of situation is going to hinder what I'm trying to do solo wise with my career? Did any thoughts go in your head as it pertains to that?
Yeah, I mean, that's why it was taking a while. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm fresh out of a situation where I'm kind of attached to other artists and other brands, and like there's just like a there was a lot of stuff. So like if I dropped a project and you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like a John Keith project. It was like, oh man, shout out Ruslan and John Keith for this project. I was like, but this is my album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so like those are the thoughts I would have at the time. You know what I'm saying? And obviously I'm still good with Ruslan, man. Like that's my big bro. You know, I love that dude with all my heart. But Yes, I mean, like there was these thoughts, but then, you know, once I had a clearer vision of where it is that I was trying to go, what I was trying to do, exactly, then I was able to be like, you know what, then I think this is actually more beneficial for what it is that I'm trying to do. So, yeah.
So why not decide to rebrand, right? Because we have two new elements in here, and we all know how a lot of times the way that this goes, when a new group forms or it's an old group, but they just add new members and keep the same name, it's not always received well. It's not always a new edition effect. Shouts out to New Edition. Like, why not rebrand?
Just because you got bad seeds doesn't mean the soil's bad.
I didn't ask you. I wasn't asking you.
I wasn't asking you. Just wanted to give this, wanted to impart the wisdom.
Man, you're trying to, man, everybody, look, I'm gonna ask you later, okay? Dilly,
impart the wisdom.
Why not run my bad.
I think that might have been something that honestly, that was never even a slightest concern for us. Because like Dill touched on, like Indie Tribe is really more of like the fans anyway. You know what I'm saying? So through that, with that dynamic, we were almost like, it was almost like Indie Tribe was almost like Detox. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, album's coming, gave them High Horse, radio silence. You know what I'm saying? So the fans have been waiting for something for a long time, and you know, we're finally in a situation where we can give them the vision that we've always wanted to.
Mykael, what can we expect from this Indie Tribe, right? Because you're like to me, just the way you talk, your confidence, your cockiness, you're like that manager of the WWE that everybody loves, right? You're the part of this, like you're the mouthpiece of Indie Tribe. Because Dill and Mowgli, they don't talk that much, right? Only talk I do is edifying, right? But you let people know what the ticket is, right? What can we expect from this?
All I want to say is this next Indie Tribe is just gonna be constant pawn your head top. Like whatever we drop, it's gonna be us. Then it's gonna be Mowgli, Dill, John, me, us, Mowgli, John, Dill, and we're gonna build a railroad. It's like a sledgehammer, yo. You put the pin in there and you hit it, boom. You keep going down the rail line, and we're gonna build a road to success. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that have been in this space that have blessed us, like We Live as Kings and what's it called? Dream Junkies and all these people. And unfortunately, they had a demise. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It all came from inner turmoil, misunderstandings, different careers, all that stuff. I feel like we have such great communication and we have such great chemistry together as friends and music that I feel like we won't even reach that point. And the only time we'll ever be finished is if we decide to say, all right, are we good? We good? All right, bet we out. Like, I don't think we ever gonna, there's not gonna be a situation where it's gonna be like, oh man, Indie Tribe broke up again. Like, bro, Dill's gonna be in my wedding. John's gonna be in my wedding. Mowgli's gonna be in my wedding. Like, these aren't like passive friends that are cool. Like, we're all involved in each other's life and we rock with each other. So even if music stops, it's like we still cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the goal is to build Indie Tribe into its own thing so we can step back and let other people carry that torch. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called Tribe. Like, we're not just a tribe. Like, it's not only just us four. It'll be more eventually one day. But it's like, that's the whole point. Like, we're very inclusive when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Hey, that's where I was going. I was going to see if this is going to be more than just four. I like that. Did nobody else want to say that? But I like that.
Just want to say, it's not going to be four. It's going to be more. And guess who's watching? Me. I got the eyes and the ears. Always remember that. Always remember that. So anybody that joins is Dilly's approval, Mowgli's approval. But you gotta, I'm searching. I got the heat seeking missiles, looking for the new talent. You never know who might join Indie Tribe.
See, this is what I was talking about. That's Mykael right there, hyping y'all up. Like, dude, y'all never have to fight because Mykael will sell it before it even happens. So I'm all with it. So
yeah, Jay, you got a chance, bro. You got a chance.
Hey, man, I've been trying to get these things heard for a long time, man. But it's cool. We ain't even gonna go there, bro.